Do you wake up every morning feeling heavy, like your brain is wrapped in a thick fog? If you ignore it, this fake fatigue will completely crash your endocrine system. Today, I'm going to tell you why what you think is resting is actually silently destroying your health from the inside out. Watch this video, and you will learn a science-backed dopamine reset protocol, a method that will give you peak performance, even on just 6 hours of sleep. Welcome to this energy management guide. One of the biggest illusions modern people have is confusing exhaustion with sleep deprivation, so you try to catch up on sleep. You sleep for 12 hours straight on the weekend. But the result? That deep bone exhaustion doesn't go away. You wake up dizzy, your body aching. Why? Because you aren't experiencing physical exhaustion. You are experiencing nervous system overload. Stop for a second. Let me ask you a question, and I want you to be totally honest. What was the very last thing you looked at before you closed your eyes last night? A funny short video, group chats, or some trending celebrity drama? I used to think I was just physically drained. My first instinct after a long day was to crash on the couch and open TikTok or YouTube for 2 hours. I thought my brain was relaxing. But neurologically, our brains are actually running a high-intensity marathon. Every single swipe forces your neurons to release short-term dopamine. This high-frequency reward system rapidly burns through the energy in your prefrontal cortex. That is exactly why you can do absolutely nothing all weekend, yet feel even more exhausted on Monday morning. You don't lack sleep. You lack true neural disconnection. The algorithms beneath these entertainment apps aren't designed to help you relax. They are designed to trap you. When you stare at a screen, your brain processes massive amounts of visual signals, audio cues, and emotional shifts every single second. 1 second, you're laughing at a cute pet. The next second, you're angry at the local news. 3 seconds later, you're anxious about someone else's perfect lifestyle. This constant context switching is the most draining mental labor possible. I call it junk rest. Just like junk food, it feels great in the moment, but afterwards, it leaves you with a heavy, empty, and malnourished shell of a body. If you're watching this right now and feeling that exact brain fog I just described, drop a 1 in the comments. Let's see how many of us are caught in this exact same algorithm trap today. Admitting we are stuck in these mechanisms is the first step to taking back control of our energy. Let's dive into your neurotransmitter system. In our high-stress modern lives, our bodies are flooded with cortisol, your stress hormone. High cortisol makes you anxious and irritable. To fight this discomfort, your brain instinctively looks for the cheapest, most accessible painkiller, short-acting dopamine. I remember how my own typical weekends used to get ruined. I'd wake up at 11 a.m. feeling too tired to move. I'd grab my phone, order delivery, and tell myself I'll just watch for 10 minutes. Suddenly, it's 2 p.m. By 4 p.m., I'd finally put the phone down. Look at the darkening sky, and a massive wave of emptiness and guilt would hit me. I'd swear I'd do something meaningful that night, but that guilt triggered new anxiety. My cortisol spiked again, and by nightfall, I reached right back for my phone. This is a terrifying, vicious cycle. Stress makes you seek cheap dopamine. Your dopamine threshold spikes while your baseline drops, leaving you emptier and more exhausted, which generates new stress. And if you think this is just your own bad self-control, let me stop you right there. You aren't fighting your own laziness. You are fighting tens of thousands of the smartest engineers and psychologists in the world. They optimize these algorithms day and night with one single goal: to hijack your dopamine system. The cruel truth? The more you try to relax, the more money they make. These apps use intermittent variable rewards, the exact same psychology as a casino slot machine. You never know what the next swipe will show you. That uncertainty spikes your dopamine by 400%. They packaged this highly addictive behavior and sold it to us as relaxation. But in reality, your attention is packaged into data and sold to advertisers. You are paying for the entertainment industry with your precious cognitive resources. This isn't resting, this is a secondary harvest. So, what is true rest? In neuroscience, real rest isn't about seeking pleasure, it's about seeking calm. It means switching from a dopamine-driven mode to a serotonin and endorphin-driven mode. Dopamine is the molecule of desire, it consumes energy. Serotonin is the molecule of satisfaction. It says, what I have right now is enough. It repairs and restores. True relaxation requires activating your brain's default mode network. This only turns on when you stop the high-intensity external input. when you allow yourself to zone out, to empty your mind. Only when you stop force-feeding your brain electronic garbage will your prefrontal cortex start clearing out metabolic waste. To break this cycle, I've put together a science-backed 20-minute dopamine reset. No equipment needed. You just need to catch yourself in that exact moment of extreme exhaustion when you want to collapse and scroll. Instead, take 20 minutes and do these 3 screen-free steps. Step 1. Sensory deprivation. The first 5 minutes, put your phone in airplane mode and leave it in another room. Find a quiet place to sit or lie down. Close your eyes. Your brain is exhausted because your vision and hearing are chronically overloaded. You must forcefully cut off external information. For these 5 minutes, do not think about anything. Just focus purely on the sound of your breathing. Step 2. Non-sleep deep rest, or NSDR. Minute 5 to 15. Think of it as a deep body scan. With your eyes closed, slowly move your attention up from your toes, to your calves, your thighs, your stomach, your chest, all the way to the top of your head. Imagine a warm light scanning over your body. These 10 minutes will rapidly drop your heart rate and brainwave frequency. It shifts your nervous system entirely out of the tense fight or flight state, straight into the rest and digest state. 10 minutes of NSDR is as effective for energy recovery as a full hour of deep sleep. Step 3. Aimless wandering and light. The last 5 minutes. Open your eyes, walk to a window, or go outside. The absolute rule: no phone, no headphones. Let natural light enter your eyes to trigger serotonin production. Allow your vision to wander over distant trees or buildings. This lateral side-to-side eye movement is scientifically proven to effectively lower the anxiety response in your amygdala. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The first few times you try this, those first 5 minutes will feel like absolute torture. Your brain will literally scream for your phone. Let it scream. That extreme boredom and discomfort is exactly the feeling of your dopamine receptors repairing themselves. Stick with it for just 1 week. In a week, you'll find that the heavy fog permanently hovering in your mind has cleared. You won't resist work as much. Your emotions will become more stable, and you will fall asleep so much easier at night. We cannot escape this era of information explosion, but we can choose how we treat our own brains. Stop relying on junk rest to fix your exhaustion. Remember, your energy is your most valuable currency. Mastering your energy is the very first step to taking back control of your life. I'm Reset Protocol. Follow me, and I'll show you the scientific methods to find your most efficient self. See you in the next video.